But ultimately, and to boil it all down to, I'd say find out what you're looking for, find an agent that's going to help you find the homes that have that criteria. They're going to send you those homes. They're going to keep you up to date on the market there. And then find an agent who really you feel is going to negotiate on your behalf. Hello and welcome out to our channel. I just wanted to do a quick video on a question that I get frequently, maybe not necessarily directly, because people know I'm a realtor, but that I see people ask and they're like, hey, what realtor should I use? How should I determine a realtor? So I want to make this video specifically for that, on how I would recommend you go out and determine your realtor. The first thing you have to clarify is, what is it that you want? So in this situation, what is it that I want? Me personally, I really look for, if I were buying something and I was buying something out of state where I wasn't an agent, I'd be looking for somebody that was business minded, that was investment oriented, so they could give me a good idea on where that is and how that is there. So for example, I'd want to know what the rent rates are for that area. So I'm actually, good example, I'm looking at a place actually in Alabama, in Orange Beach. It's a little piece of land there, essentially on the Gulf of Mexico, and the condo prices are much lower there, and you can get something beachfront pretty inexpensively. So I'm looking at that. So if I was doing something like that, I'd want to say, okay, cool, what's rent rate there? If I wanted to do like an Airbnb, what does one go for? If I have a good idea of what one of those goes for, what's the occupancy rate? How often are they there? How cyclical is it? Is it in the wintertime no one goes out there? In the summertime, is it too hot? I mean, I want to take a look at those details and see how that's going to end up playing out for me. And then see, okay, cool, what's the potential upside in this place? Is it a little undiscovered gem that I think will go up with time? Or is it, hey, they've really reached their peak, they'll just probably have the standard appreciation rule on that place? So those are some of the details that are important to me. So some of the details that aren't as important to me but are important to other people is like, okay, what are some of the good schools in the area? So I want to talk to an agent, maybe someone who has recently graduated, the college is there, or has kids that are in the high school there, or knows what's going on the school end of things. Maybe what's more important to me is I want an agent who knows what the neighborhood is like. Okay, like, is this a bigger house in a smaller neighborhood? Is this a smaller house in a bigger neighborhood? Is it pretty average? Do the people in that neighborhood have kids that are close to my age? Some people, that's what's more important to them. Some other people, it's like, hey, I don't really care about the schools, I don't care about the kids, I just want a quiet place that doesn't have any of that. Then that's what you're looking for. So the biggest thing is to narrow down what you're looking for, and then find an agent that you think is going to fit that need. But one way or another, whoever you do, I definitely make sure your agent knows how to negotiate on your behalf. And to negotiate on your behalf, they have to have a good understanding of the market. Where are we at? Are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? Are we in a pretty neutral market? How long are the homes typically on the market? Is this a really good deal and there's going to be multiple offer situations? Or is this a decent deal and I can probably chip off a bit on the price? And then once we get into negotiating for the repairs, are they going to negotiate for me on the repairs, or what are we going to do there? How organized are they along the process? So there's quite a bit that you need to take a look at there. But ultimately, and to boil it all down to, I'd say find out what you're looking for, find an agent that's going to help you find the homes that have that criteria. They're going to send you those homes. They're going to keep you up to date on the market there. And then find an agent who really you feel is going to negotiate on your behalf. You don't want someone who's crazy overbearing, because the other side isn't going to want to negotiate with them, and it's easier to just stonewall them. In my opinion, you want someone who finds out what you're looking for, finds out what the other party is looking for, and tries to make sure that they create as much win-win situations as possible. That way the transaction flows smoothly, it's less emotional, and everybody ends up happy. So that's what I would say it boils down to. And if you can find an agent that has that criteria, move forward with them, stick with them. But if you're currently working with someone who that isn't the case, I'd recommend making a switch or talking to them and say, hey, you know, Jeff, Tom, Terry, whomever, I feel like you're not addressing this, and this needs. So that's really what I'm looking for. Are you going to be the right fit? And maybe they can make that adjustment, and maybe you find out that it's not the right setup for either of you, so you can go ahead and part ways. But that's my little take on how to find the right real estate agent for you and the criteria that you should be looking for. I hope it's been beneficial one way or another, and I wish you a great day. Thanks so much.